5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
Tonight, a St. Louis County family says a SWAT team destroyed their home as part of a raid at the wrong house. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Mike Bush. According to a lawsuit, a St. Louis County detective sent the SWAT team to the Ferguson home because he believed a pair of AirPods connected to a carjacking were at the house. 5 on your side's Diamond Palmer is in studio with new details from the family's attorneys. Diamond.
Well, Mike and Kelly, Lindell Briscoe, Brittany Shanley, and their 5 children are being represented by attorneys Beavis Schock and Eric Veith. They say a St. Louis County detective led an unjustified SWAT team raid and made misstatements in search warrant applications. This all happened in May of 2023 when police say a group of 6 people carjacked someone in South St. Louis. A witness and friend of the carjacking victim told police Apple AirPods were in the car. Police used the Find My application and traced the AirPods to a home on Wyland Court in Ferguson. Attorneys provided us with body camera footage they obtained through a records request. The video shows that later that night, police raided the home. The lawsuit says it led to 30 minutes of screaming, guns pointed at the family, and destroying their property. The lawsuit also says police had the wrong house, and the AirPods were later found in the street, not inside of the home.
They are very eager to have justice. They're very upset about what happened to their family. They have 5 children. The children were traumatized. The worst part about this is that the mother was taken out in her underwear saying, "What's going on? My baby, my baby."
This evening, I have reached out to St. Louis County Police for comment, and they have told me they are not able to comment on pending litigation. Meanwhile, the family's attorneys say they've sent over paperwork to the St. Louis County counselor, in which they will then have to file an answer in the next 30 days.
Police have identified an intruder shot and killed by a homeowner in Collinsville. This happened on St. Louis Road yesterday evening. Police say Jonathan Gagan was on the front porch and refused to leave. The homeowner shot him when he opened the storm door to go inside. Family says they did not know Gagan. Police are still investigating. New information starting to emerge from the Hazelwood School District. It sheds new light on the shocking fight that put 16-year-old Kaylee Gain in the hospital with a severe head injury.
We now know teachers and school leaders are facing a flood of violent threats. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, is here with more on that and the moments leading up to the fight.
Kelly and Mike, an attorney for the Hazelwood School District, says those threats started pouring in immediately after Attorney General Andrew Bailey suggested the school's DEI policies might have had something to do with the fight. We've already exposed the long list of glaring errors in Andrew Bailey's initial investigation. For example, he didn't know the district did have dozens of uniformed security guards on the payroll. In a return letter back to the district, he only acknowledged getting the date wrong, but sort of sarcastically shrugged off the, quote, errors and inaccuracies, blaming them on the media. But the lawyer representing the school district said she or any other lawyer would face serious consequences if they were to file or publish false information in an accusation like this.
He's violated the rules of ethics that we have as attorneys. You can't just make random allegations because you have some other motive to do so, and not have done a cursory investigation to make sure that those facts are correct. You know, attorneys are reprimanded all the time. If you file a lawsuit, you're reprimanded. The district is looking at all of its options here. It's not backing down. We're looking at whether or not we'll file an ethics complaint.
We're also learning more about the moments before the fight. A Hazelwood district spokesperson confirms that the day before that violent attack that injured Kaylee Gain, there was another fight on school property. In that case, a uniformed guard was actively involved in breaking it up. We showed you a snippet of that video Monday. The spokesperson says at least one student was suspended as a result of that fight. And while the district wouldn't name that suspended student, an attorney for the suspect tells 5 on your side that person was Kaylee Gain. He says that initial fight would eventually be the precursor to the fight the next day, the one that left Gain so critically injured.
A woman is dead after a crash involving a semi and a car in Franklin County. It happened early this morning on Interstate 44 near Sullivan. A semi going westbound crossed through the cable barriers into the eastbound lanes, hitting a car head on. Both vehicles went off the road and caught on fire. The victim has been identified as Edith McKee, a woman from Sullivan. Crews are still on the scene and only one eastbound lane is open. Our Weather First team is talking about these colder temperatures.
So let's check in. And I think Jim Castillo has a warm-up in our future,
That
so
would be
that's
nice.
good news.
Yes, right now we're at 55, so that's the warmest today so far. And we started out at 33, and we're going to go down to near freezing again tonight. But tomorrow we really start to see the southwest wind kick in here, and we'll see 60s and then 70s for Friday. More on that coming up. St. Charles looking great. It's a clear night. High pressure is settling into western Missouri, and it spins clockwise. So we're getting more of a northwest wind right now, just a little bit. And that current temperature is the high for the day so far, 55. Northwest wind at about 12 miles an hour. Very dry air and chilly again as we get into tonight. So near freezing in the city, and outside of the city, likely not a hard freeze, but some areas at or below freezing just a tad. In fact, as low as 29 in some of the colder spots. So tonight it is cold, and then sunny and warmer tomorrow. But those 70s over the weekend, plus I'll time out storm chances coming up.
Jim, thanks. Well, the Cardinals open their season tomorrow in Los Angeles, and then they'll be back in St. Louis for opening day next Thursday.
You can expect some new food options this season and some other changes. We sent Holden Kowicki over to Busch Stadium for a look at what we can expect in 2024. How did you get this plum assignment, Holden?
I think I got lucky on this one, Kelly. The first thing everybody always asks us, though, is about tickets. No, I don't have any to give away for free, but the good news is roughly 90% of Cardinals games will have tickets available for $5 or less. But the team really spent this offseason overhauling their all-inclusive offerings. Now today, crews were hard at work inside the stadium, putting the finishing touches on the new Budweiser 703 Club, which will take over the space vacated by the old Bowtie Bar in left field. The 703 Club is all-inclusive and honors Albert Pujols and features your typical offerings such as a beer and a hot dog, as well as brick oven pizzas and a salad bar. There are also other food options that are new around the ballpark, including the new slider dog, nacho fries, and a triple plate barbecue party box. The family pavilion in center field has also been overhauled to try and add a new arcade to give kids more offerings.
We try not to take our fans for granted in terms of their support, try to keep things fresh, whether it's new coats of paint everywhere or upgraded signage or amenities or food and beverage options or a new club like the Budweiser 703 Club. We really try to make it so that there's something new every year that keeps them coming back.
Now that's just a small sampling of the things I got to experience today at the ballpark. Coming up at 6, I'll tell you more about the changes you can expect to see on opening day and beyond. Reporting live at Busch Stadium, Holden Kowicki, 5 on your side.
Tax breaks are denied for the developer of a proposed hotel in Midtown St. Louis. According to our partners at the St. Louis Business Journal, the Board of Aldermen denied the breaks yesterday, which could kill the project. The developer wants to build a hotel near Jefferson and Market, near the Wells Fargo campus. Aldermen questioned whether it was really necessary, and labor unions said the new jobs wouldn't be worth it.